Welcome back, everyone, to Lumen Field here in Seattle. It's the Seahawks in possession of the ball as we get back into the action in the third quarter. Remain for second down. Handoff running left is Etienne, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Off play action, Fields. He's got the first down inside the 10, and finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
Give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Once more, Etienne. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Travis Etienne, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it. And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all? I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. Now Jackson on first down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw left side, complete. That's Jones. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Throwing is Jackson. Got his target, Samuel. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Here's Patterson. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Smith catches left side.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. Patterson on the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
8 yards to go on second down. They run with Patterson, able to slither by. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 19-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's third down. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he will have the Bears first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
McPherson on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Jackson will throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now ETN to start the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of 40.
126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A shotgun snap. Fields
steps away to his left. And he's brought down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. A big win there defensively on second and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up third. To throw is Fields. Forced out to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Zach Bond providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. McPherson's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Onto the field now come the Bears. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Jackson on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, Jackson. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this one is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
4th down, here's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the victory here for Seattle, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Seahawks, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.